Look, bro, I know that you're probably the moral upstanding figure of your local area, right? You aren't like your your other male classmates. You don't make fun of the fat, female classmate. You don't, do all of the bullshit that they do. And I know they all view you as a nice person and they treat you as such. However, they have mostly no real respect to you, if we're being completely honest. Sure, they don't make fun of you, but they don't praise you also. And that, yeah, it hurts you inside. But don't get me wrong, you don't need to truly prove anything. This video is to just spread a very powerful message across that even if you are experiencing these moments, like for example, you're going through puberty and you feel like the entire world is against you, this is how you'll make them respect you. Even the people who will actively be hating on you, destructively, they'll only do it only because they admire you, but that's a topic for a whole another video. And here's my story. You see, around a year ago actually, a very powerful business transaction that I wanted to make that would enhance my self growth and my self mastery journey failed. You see, I wanted to get into this one particular business model, but I just didn't have the idea. You see, I just didn't have the money, sorry. And yeah, the way that this business opportunity was presented, it was by a YouTube live stream. And there was like, I don't know, like 10,000 of us watching the YouTube live stream. And yeah, it was about, making faceless channels. And some of you already know where this is going. And yeah, on the last live stream that was presented to us, where the offer was finally offered to us, yeah, it was $900. And yeah, I just couldn't afford it around that time. And as everyone was, flaming the creator in the live chat and in the comments of the live premiere, bro, I was over there planning in the background, and I already had my plan B in motion. And so I watched the live stream completely through until the end. Then I turned off my computer and I went to journal and I started my new phase of my self mastery journey. I was gonna start writing ebooks about simple self improvement concepts, right? Like depression, anxiety, productivity, mental health, and all these great things that I was an expert at. It was gonna be pretty easy, right? And so every single day for the next month or so, I started writing diligently and consistently, and every single day I would write like, I don't know, 15 pages probably. And in the end, I wrote like 20 small ebooks that were like between 20 to like 27 pages long at the most. And yeah, I had a lot of fucking fun whilst doing this because teaching was something that I've always enjoyed doing. And if it was something that interested me on such a deep, authentic level, like, self research and how to become stronger as a man, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually also, thus making the holy triangle, you know, it was just gonna be perfect. And I had a lot of fun. I showed up every single day, but bro, one of the main rewards that I got out of it, of course, the first reward that I adored the most was the fulfillment I was getting from it. However, the second fulfillment that I was getting the most amount of it was the respect from other people. You see, I was writing ebooks even before this, and I noticed something very interesting. Whenever you show up to do something every single day, and the other person is confident about you that you're actually serious, like, they see you waking up at 5 a.m., even if you don't want to, even if it's, holidays, and yeah, we're on vacation. What are you doing, TR? You can just relax. And you're doing something productive, and you want to sell it for money, and you know that other people will buy it, and so you keep on doing it over and over and over again. If you are prosperous and if you're productive and if you're beneficial to your local area, no matter how lazy you are, no matter your gender, your race, your, I don't know, your insecurities, your beauty or whatever, doesn't matter. The people around you will respect you no matter what. Now, this is not an excuse for you to be a dickhead and to not take life seriously because remember, Every single day, you are getting closer to death. The law of rhythm is always in motion, and it will one day swing back the pendulum towards you dying. So, yeah, you better make the most out of it if we're still if you're still here. So, yeah, the point that I'm trying to make over here is that, yeah, the 1% of the people who are watching this video, unlike the 99% of people who are who are still stuck in the slow lane and on the sidewalk, the fast laners will understand this. I know that you already have the foundation. I know that you have great intentions, and I know that you're a good person. And so, this is the way to truly make it. It is to find your purpose in life, your true life's calling, which you can find by basically detaching yourself from social media or from any kind of outside influence and just looking inward on what has actually been fulfilling you all this time subconsciously, and you haven't even been realizing it, which was the teaching skill and teaching how to master yourself, like how to, you know, have an iron mind, how to toughen yourself up, and all of these great things. And yeah, once this was found and I set it in motion, it was just incredible. Then you have to align it with some kind of a business model. So, what I wanted to do with those ebooks was that I want to sell them on Fiverr and get a small commission for every single one of them. I know it didn't last for long, but I'm confident that if I just stick with it for like 6 months, it would have worked eventually. But yeah, that's a story for a whole another day. And so yeah, the only way that you can make someone else respect you, and pretty much the most powerful way, not the only way, but the most powerful one and the most preferable one that you can always take, is to make other people see that you are beneficial to your local area. That's it. No matter your physical qualities, no matter if you're a morally correct or a morally wrong person, this is just a law of the universe, which I'm gonna explore right now. It doesn't matter, the people will always respect you. And the law works like this. You see, laziness and productivity are one single energy in the universe. It is just that you're perceiving all the different vibrations of it. The reason why I'm saying this is because our third dimension on a metaphysical level is the realm of illusions, like time, space, and all of these things are just illusions of our third dimension. And in the fourth dimension, which is the mental realm and the cause, which creates the effect, which is our third dimension. Everything is one in there, meaning that laziness and productivity are just the same energy. You're just perceiving different rates of vibration of it, since we are confined to time and space. Meaning that what you must do is to just create that internal shift in your identity, saying that you're already productive, and you will start to receive all the benefits of being a productive person, because it is just straight up that easy. Like, you just need to change your mental attitude towards it. You need to think like a person who is productive. You need to have the beliefs like him. You need to think like him. You need to have the moods like him. You need to have the emotions like him. You need to have the attention. So where he puts it, which is most likely his work, and in his free time he reads books about his niche, and you understand. Also, his identity, which we already talked about, and all of these things. And it is like it is like when you're riding a car, and you have the stop paddle and the fuel paddle, right? When you press on one, the other one loses its effect, right? So over time, as you begin to discipline yourself to be more and more productive in your purpose in life, then one of these, then you will slowly change vibrations from one side of the polar spectrum right to the other. And yeah, you will start to receive very great rewards in the future. Like, let me tell you, the rewards, they're just insurmountable. Like, you cannot even comprehend them right now, and they will hit so fast. You'll have no idea, and you'll be like, what the fuck? I know it it only took like a year to get here, but holy fuck, it actually felt like 3 months probably. That's how I felt like too. And This is exactly how you will feel like also. Because, yeah, receiving and giving is the same energy also, just like hot and cold, just like whiteness and darkness is the same energy. So, how can you how can you get respect when you don't even output it, right? How can you take a breath before you breathe out? The law of exchange, which is basically the law of rhythm, but yeah, whatever. That's a discussion for another day. The point is, you need to give out respect to your work. You need to show up every single day and work meticulously on it and output the productive frequency, which was the mental attitude, which was the collection that we just talked about. And when you output it, it shows, dedication to the universe. And when you truly feel like the person who is already rich, thanks to that business model, then you will be, and the universe will respond to whatever you are, not to what you want. So if you can feel like that rich person, you've already won. If you can visualize, being like him, then you already did it. So if you can visualize yourself like the person that you look up to, which is the person that is supplying your family with wealth, who is looking after all of you guys and being productive in the process and loving his life, then you are already him in the fourth dimension, in the realm of, the mental causes. Before anything can exist physically, it must first exist mentally. So, yeah, and as you put more and more energy into this, and you you ignore the test that your old frequency, your old mental attitude that has been manifesting your current conditions for like the next couple of weeks. If you just ignore those life tests, then you will completely win and you will get their respect no matter what. If you just work hard enough and if you show up every single day, and if you make that change in frequency, you'll be fucking unstoppable. And they will come to you, literally like flies when they're attracted to some kind of a food. So that's the game. That's how you play it. I hope that you took notes because this one was a very valuable one. And don't just take this from me. I am a person who has helped countless amounts of people in the past achieve their desired reality, get the right state of mind. And guess what? They haven't even seen my timeless Reader's Mindsets yet, which is a collection of 24 unbreakable mindsets that, if applied to your day to day life, will guarantee you success with any kind of goal, with any kind of life test, with anything, and for the low price of just $49, when I could easily be charging thousands for this shit. But since I love you, my timeless reader, and I only want the best for you, and I only want, the realizations that I could have had when I was your age. Yeah, that would have supercharged my progress like 5 years ago. So please take action, not just for me, but for your entire family also. And remember, no one is better at being you